Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening. I should just say good day, shouldn't I? We are going to do a out of bounds photo. So obviously, before we do out of bounds, we first of all have to go and get a picture to use. I normally just go on the internet, grab an image, and don't forget to make the image larger. So the largest image you can find on there is the best one to sort of to copy and save to your desktop. Once you've done that, you can then just go into Organizer. Actually, no, you don't have to go into Organizer at all, actually, for this one. You can actually go straight into Photo Editor. So we'll go straight into Photo Editor by clicking on it. Wait, going to cook breakfast while waiting for it. And, oh, here we are. Oh, it came up so fast. What happened? Okay, so here we are. We've got it there. Now, what we need for Out of Bounds is the guided section. So we go guided, click on it. Go make me a cup of coffee now. Oh, hang on. No, that's up as well. Wow. So we've got the guided there. Okay. Now, file and go and get a picture. So we need to open something. So open. And picture I've saved is on the desktop. So we go to desktop and we try and find the photo that I saved on there earlier. It should be here somewhere. There it is. Click on that and open. So there's my picture, and I want the dinosaur to be sticking out of the picture. Okay, so to do this, we go down, we scroll down here, and you'll find down here it says out of bounds. Click on that, and you'll see down here it actually gives you instructions on how to do it. See, so your first thing to do is number one is add a frame. Click on that, and there's your frame there. As it says here, 1A, move the frame by dragging the corner. Position frame such that some of the main subject is inside the frame and some outside. Okay, now you see the way it is at the moment, a little tiny bit of the tail sticking out. I like the idea of that. And I'll just bring this down a little bit so that it's got his neck sticking out and a little tiny bit of his hand or paw or whatever you want to call it. Next thing here, it says skew the frame by holding Control, Alt and Shift and drag corners of the frame. Okay, now I found if you just hold the Control, it'll only click one, it'll only bring it down a little bit like that. See how the bottom stays where it was? But if I hold the Control and click, as it says there, then Control, Alt and Shift, when I click it down this time, this one will also come up. So you just see it like so. So it keeps it sort of, how would you say, keeps the equilibrium. Okay, so that's that. Now then, I could actually make this frame a bit bigger now, I think. So we'll come down here and just make it a little bit bigger so that there's only a little tiny bit of the tail sticking out the frame. Okay, we'll be happy with that. Okay, so we'll click the green arrow to say OK, as it says down here. Drag corners of the frame, click on green check icon to confirm. Okay, so that's that. Don't forget, that was 1C. Now we've got 1D. Adjust the width of the frame by dragging corner handles. So there's your corner handles again, there. And the width of the frame, as you can see, is very small. So we'll just drag it out a little tiny bit there, and a little bit there. And I think that should do. Click OK. And here's our picture with a frame as we've got it. So the next item now is number 2, selection tool. So use the selection tool to select the part of the image that you want to extend out of your frame. So we'll click on it. Now, before we do anything else, you notice down here it says brush settings, etc. But down here it also says new. Click on the middle one and it says add, and you click on the next one and it says subtract. Okay, so I'm going to click on add. Now then, we come up here and we're going to go from inside the frame, and as you see, it immediately tries to find the edge, and I'm doing it in sections, so I'm letting go of the mouse now. This way, if I do make a mistake, I don't have so far to go back to correct it. Let go, and again, a bit more. There we go. See, I'm doing it in sections so that I know that, but I've got it. A bit more of his teeth down here, out a little bit, like so. Again, across the frame. Very easy to forget to do it across the frame, by the way, so you have to remember to do that. Down here for his hand, and down here for his tail. Now again, this one you see I've used the mouse, the mouse is a little bit too large, so what I'm going to do now is undo that a little bit, just that last bit. Make the brush a little tiny bit smaller. It's 13 at the moment, so we'll see how to bring it down as much as we can. 7, say. We're going to hold the Control and the plus sign to make it bigger. Now we can go and use the hand to move the picture up to here so I can see it. Back to the selection tool. Click on the selection tool again, and now we can come through and do a bit more of this. Still going outside the picture. Okay, so what I'll do now I'm outside the picture. See how it's gone out too far? Now hold the Alt key in and bring it down from the outside. Unfortunately, this PC, I don't know what to do with that, so I'll just leave that. But there you go. Control and minus sign brings the picture down so I can see it. Now we go to the out of bounds effect. Click on that, and there is my picture. As I say, it's a pity about that little bit there, but it'll hide in a minute. Okay, add background gradient. Click on that. Click OK. You don't need to worry about any of this, so just click OK. Just move this box out of the way a little bit so you can see what you're doing. Now, as you click on the gradient button, the arrow there, you have several choices. You also have a scroll bar, which doesn't really mean much because there's nothing to scroll. But here it says default. Down here you have another little menu. Click on that, and you have different items here you can use as well. Sometimes they're just a case of playing with these to find out what they do and what they don't do. Okay, that was that one. Now just a little arrow here, click on that, and it gives you some of the choices that they've already sorted out for you. So there's sort of these choices here. As you see, they're all different. For what we want something dramatic, if we can find something dramatic. So we just find something similar. We'll go to the dark one. I'll click on this one, see what happens. Now, you see how it's come out now? It's in a circle. So from that we need to go to where? To here. See where it says radial? This is where you can change it. So linear, angle, reflected, and diamond. Okay, now not only that, you can also change it slightly. So we'll say angle, and you can change the angle here a little bit. See, so it changes to wherever. Scale is 100%. Come down here and the shadow. So click on the small, and you just see that shadow come around here. Small shadow, medium shadow, and the larger shadow. Now go done, and that's your out of bounds effect finished. Okay, so we're happy with that. You can go save, and file, save as, and we'll call it, we'll make it a JPEG for a start, and we'll leave it at that, and we'll say save to the desktop, yeah, and say, no we won't, we'll save it to the libraries, picture libraries, just save it in there, and OK, so you don't worry too much about any of these. Okay, that's it saved. Alright, now one thing you can do with it now it's saved is save changes to this, say no, don't worry too much about this, just skip that. Now what we can do now is go to my picture folder, it's in there, there it is there, right click on it and say set as desktop background, close that, and there you go. And there's a scary desktop background to put your grandkids off. That's your lot. Bye.